In the realm of diversion, anticipated gifts frequently fantasy about remaining on the lofty phase of the foundation grants. Gripping that sought-after Oscar grant anyway, the fascination of Hollywood's honorary pathway conceals a hazier reality, one that is seldom straightforwardly examined, yet has as of late been brought into the spotlight by a portion of the business. Most notable figures, their disclosures portray an industry loaded up with epic showdowns control and resolve compromises. She said, "Man, they offered me 600,000 bucks." He said, "I won't let you know that, Denzel," he says. "Yet I can let you know this, the initial of few or four movies you do around here will direct the way that you saw Denzel Washington, referred to for his exceptional ability, arose as an unforeseen pundit of Hollywood's The State of Affairs. He decided to focus a light on the business developing separation from reality, censuring the expanded self-awareness significance that swarms the amusement tip-top as would be natural for him. He deplored that some in the business appear to fail to remember that making motion pictures, while provoking, could not hope to compare to the genuine battles looked by others. For example, fighters serving in disaster areas, Washington was especially vocal about the declining viewership of significant Hollywood honor. Shows he accepted that these functions had gone astray, becoming stages for push-utilizing political plans. And teaching the majority, he called attention to the incongruity of rich Hollywood stars saluting themselves, while recommending how others ought to experience, all from the solace of their lavish cheetahs. Simply try to get by, try to have an effect anyway. We need to recognize that few out of every odd, high-profile individual in Hollywood offers these feelings. Denzel Washington's frankness shows that these issues influence a yet not all his readiness to rock the boat and get down on the business. Egocentrism separates him as a figure unafraid to scrutinize the standards of Hollywood. It is not necessarily the case that Denzel Washington's vocation has been without difficulties or debates. Even person of his height, who has procured the business most elevated honors, has confronted obstacles en route, yet his eagerness to stand up and cause to notice the errors inside the amusement world shows his obligation to straightforwardness and decency. Denzel Washington's boldness motivated different superstars to share their own encounters and shed light on the business more obscure side. One such figure was humorist Feline Williams, who adopted a more straightforward strategy to uncovering the business mysteries. Williams made frightening cases about individual entertainer Jamie Foxx, proposing that Fox had made individual penances to get an Oscar. Williams' charges stretched out to Fox's own life, including allegations about his sexuality and heartfelt contributions. These disclosures indicated a broad trick inside the business, where making progress was dependent upon complying with specific implicit principles and satisfying the needs of persuasive figures, of functioning privileged insights whose gay Jamie Foxx, he is Marcus Anthony. He's the main man endorsed to Jamie Foxx, resembles well look at it, and afterward Twitter, to man and request that he check whether he don't say ok. Jamie Foxx's excursion to fame anyway was a long way from customary. When he accepted his Oscar designation, he at first minimized its importance, accepting he had no potential for success against laid-out Hollywood veterans, much to his dismay that the business influence players had as of now devised an arrangement for his climb to fame. A medium interceded, encouraging Fox to perceive the significance of the open door before him. Sidney Poitier assumed a significant part in molding Fox's viewpoint. Poitier stressed the obligation that went with progress and coached Fox on his process. As Fox's profession took off, he experienced both expert triumphs and individual preliminaries. He turned into the objective of examinations and, surprisingly, confronted a well-being alarm that demonstrated the business' unavoidable impact. Cuba Gooding Jur's story likewise wandered from the commonplace story of Hollywood achievement. He had ascended to unmistakable quality in the last part of the 1990s and mid-2000s with remarkable jobs in TV programs like Slope, Road Blues, and MacGyver. Anyway, His advancement accompanied a vital job in John Singleton's Young Men in the Hood, which slung him to famed Gooding's vocation. Kept on rising as he got jobs in widely praised films like Denai Reiner's transformation of Aaron Sorkin's A Couple of Good Men, and the spine-chiller flare-up yet. His process veered off in a strange direction as claims of wrongdoing surfaced, discoloring his standing. What made Gooding's circumstance especially captivating was the idea that he could have been very nearly uncovering stowed-away bits of insight about Hollywood. It gave the idea that his destruction was not exclusively a result of his activities, but rather additionally a response to his readiness to reveal insight into the business' haziest privileged insights. In June 2019, Gooding confronted allegations of unseemly conduct after purportedly contacting a lady improperly at a New York City bar. Thusly, more charges arose illustrating a VIP whose activities had spiraled wild. It was during this turbulent period that hypothesis emerged in regards to Gooding's purpose to divulge the business disguised real factors. Gooding himself contended that his treatment varied from that of white entertainers who had committed comparative offenses. He trusted that his eagerness to challenge the business standards had made him an objective, bringing about a quick and sensational destruction. Monique, an Oscar-winning entertainer, prestigious for her comedic and emotional gifts, ended up trapped in an alternate sort of fight inside Hollywood. She strongly requested extra pay for partaking in the Oscar exposure crusade for the 2009 film Valuable, a move that procured her the name of being hard to work with. Monique's position uncovered the dissimilarity between entertainers' requests for fair treatment and the business protection from change. Her refusal to adjust to assumptions prompted a kickback that impacted her vocation fundamentally. The film Valuable, in light of a genuine story, denoted a vital second in Monique's profession. Her depiction of the main bad guy, Mary Lee Johnston, procured her both a Brilliant Globe and a Foundation grant. Anyway, her stand against neglected special work flagged her obligation to reasonableness and fair treatment in an industry frequently tormented by double dealing. In spite of her honors and achievements, Monique's vocation confronted tremendous difficulties. Following her principled stand, she battled to get jobs, and when she did was remunerated undeniably. Not as much as her friends. You think outsiders are coming? Did you see a portion of these individuals strolling around you like Gog? I see you not gulping, child. Yes, for sure. Definitely you ain't flickered shortly. I saw that. No doubt. I don't consider around 50% of these individuals on television, or whatever we're saying, that I don't believe they're human. Whitney Houston, principally known as quite possibly of the best vocalist ever, additionally made a huge introduction to the entertainment world. In 1992, she featured in verse Kevin Costner in the heartfelt show The Guardian, a film that made colossal film industry progress. Houston's exhibition, combined with the film's famous soundtrack, highlighting her version of I Will Constantly Cherish You, slung her to significantly more prominent levels. She got an Oscar designation, and her life appeared to be ready for proceeded with progress anyway. What followed her Oscar selection was a time of tumult, and individual difficulty. Reports started to surface of whimsical conduct, substance misuse, and disturbed individual connections. It seemed like Houston's life had taken a troubling turn directly following her Oscar. Acknowledgement tales proposed that Houston might have been constrained to participate in activities, despite her desire to the contrary, adding to her descending, twisting. Morgan Freeman, a praised entertainer with a profession crossing many years, confronted his own arrangement of difficulties. He won an Oscar for Best Supporting Entertainer for his job in Clint Eastwood's $1 Million Child, 2004. Anyway, his vocation and notoriety endured a shot when different ladies blamed him for unseemly way of behaving and provocation. The allegations against Freeman cast a shadow over his heritage and brought in to scrutinize his conduct both on An offset is case filled in as one more illustration of a big name encountering an abrupt go wrong in the wake of making the zenith of progress in Oscar. In every one of these cases, a common example arises superstars who looked for acknowledgement or thought for even a moment to oppose industry standards frequently experienced individual and expert difficulties. They became entangled in charges, outrages, or controls that brought up issues about the degree of control employed by strong figures inside the diversion world. The disclosure encompassing these people have lighted a firestorm of hypothesis on the web. The stories shed light on the secret elements of an industry known for its style, yet additionally, its mysteries. Whether it's the strain to adjust claims of offense or individual battles, obviously outcome in Hollywood frequently comes at a stunning cost as these disclosures keep on surfacing media outlets. Faces a junction will it go through huge changes because of the developing chorale of voices requesting straightforwardness, decency, and responsibility? Or will the cycle continue trapping the up?